our next presenter, when we were putting this together, I wanted something fun. I wanted something cool. And when I moved to Jefferson City, the common complaint I always heard there's nothing to do around here. Well, guess what we have? And a lot of people don't know about it. We have roller derby. The CoMO Derby Dames are actually, they're based out of Columbia. They play their sanctioned bouts down here at our skating rink in Jeff City, south of town. And I've gone to the match. We have the YouTube up, Martin? It's coming up here. You'll see the YouTube of them in action and stuff as well. But right now we've got Audrey Black, who is Odd Brawl, is her roller derby name, and Kelsey Johnson, who is Cyclops. So let's learn about a little roller derby 101.
Hello everybody, thank you for having us. I'm going to explain what exactly roller derby is. But first, I kind of want to give you a little bit of background on it. Roller derby was actually started in the 1920s by a man named Leo Seltzer. And in the past 80 plus years, the reincarnations and the reformation of what we now call modern roller derby, it just drastically changed. One major difference is that what you may have seen on the TV, like the derbies from the 70s, was a banked track where the edges go up and there's a rail around it. We don't do that. We skate on a flat surface, so pretty much anywhere that's concrete, that's wood, we just take down a track. And another big difference is that modern roller derby is based on athleticism. We practice, we train, we lift weights, we go running. It's not just a show. I mean, it is a show, but it's not a fake show like you may have seen in the past. So I just want to make everybody aware of the difference, because that's the most commonly asked question is, oh, well, isn't that just fake and you guys are fighting and things? No, not at all. We fight, we get thrown out. I mean, we may want to fight, but we can't. And basically, what we call modern roller derby started in 2002 in Austin, Texas. And from that one league that started, we are now, in less than 10 years, we have over 1,100 leagues worldwide. Over 38 countries have roller derby. We have established a governing body, which is known as the WFTDA, which we call WFTDA, and it stands for the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. That's not a fun acronym. And we are actually getting ready to have the first international derby competition in Canada this year. And one of the players on the Team USA Roller Derby, her name is Susie Hotrod. She plays for Team New York. She was actually just featured in the recent issue of ESPN Body magazine, along with traditional active football players, soccer players. So even though we're still technically an alternative sport, we are definitely gaining mainstream appeal and getting out there in the mainstream media. And our league, personally, the CoMO Derby Dames, we're based out of Columbia, like Gus said, but we play both at Columbia at the Boone County Fairgrounds and here at the Skate Zone. We have a very diverse group of women. We have Cyclops, who's 18 and a student. We have Grandam, who is 50 plus and works as she's a grad student in the science program at the student. We have other business professionals. We have several small business owners that are involved with the league. And we have several mothers that are involved, the co-moms, we call them. And I guess I can explain now what she's wearing. You don't have it all on though. But I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. We just earlier this year, the CoMO Derby Dames became a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So along with fostering sportsmanship and athleticism, we also foster in our girls that we need to give back to the community. You know, we want people to come watch us. We want people to be involved with us. We're a volunteer-run organization. So basically, anytime we can give back to the community, it lets everybody know we're not just here for us. We're not just here to play derby. We're here to give back in whatever way that we can. And so roller derby gear. This is required gear. This is standard required gear. Obviously, you've got quad roller skates, no inline skates, sorry. We wear very thick protective knee pads. We also wear wrist guards, elbow pads, a mouth guard, and a helmet. That's all required. Some girls also have padded shorts with tailbone pads. Some girls wear shin guards. Yeah, some girls wear shirts with rib protectors. It's violent. I mean, we get thrown around, we fall down, we knock other girls down, but we do try to keep everybody safe, so we wear all of this gear. And basically, I'm going to give you a very general outline of what a roller derby match is all about. I can't tell you everything, I can't even answer all your questions, because someday you're going to go and something's going to happen and you're going to say, what is the ref blowing his whistle about? And I couldn't even tell you. But basically, roller derby bout, as we call them, involves 2 teams. There are 10 girls on the floor at one time. 8 of the girls, or 4 from each team, make up what we call a pack. And then 1 girl from each team gets to wear a star helmet pin, and she is the jammer. The jammer's job is to try to get through the pack of girls as many times as possible in our 2-minute period, which we call a jam. And the jammer, every time they pass a player on the opposing team, score a point. So basically the object is for the jammer to get through the pack and score points and call off the jam before the other team's jammer can score points. I know that didn't make any sense. It's sort of one of those things you have to watch to see, but what can you show them?
Show them?
I was going to have you use them.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no, we're not.
No, something that we would actually do in Derby. That's moving over.
Can you do some balls?
Yes, can you show them the balls? I'm so glad I have a demonstrator here. You go back here for the video? Yeah. So let's show them some of the things we practice. I guess I should back up a little, I'm sorry. In order to be a travel team skater, someone that goes to different states and plays against other leagues, you have to attend 6 practices, which is 6 weeks of practice. You have to take a skills test. We skills test on how many laps you can skate and your endurance, and we also skills test on falls and stops and all of the things that you really need to know to be safe out there in a pack of people. So I'm going to have Cyclops show you. Let's show them a 1 meatball first.
Just pop back up.
Yeah, that's a 1
Get
meatball.
up in 3 seconds.
Obviously, she's a little bit of an advanced skater. And then we also have a 2-knee fall, or the rock star slide. Do another one, that's my favorite. Awesome. And that actually, I think it's important to point out that everything that we train on and practice on has implications in an actual derby bout. If she didn't know how to do a 2-knee fall like that properly, she could fall in a pack of people and get kicked in the head with a skate or get her fingers run over. So we spend a lot of time hammering into the girls, this is the correct way to do things. It's not a sport that you can just come out the first time and just play. It takes a lot of dedication and a lot of learning and practice. Can you do a mohawk stop? Yes. This is what's called a mohawk stop. This is, yes, fun, isn't it? This is one of my favorite things to do, and it's definitely a crowd pleaser. And I can't show you any of the more advanced things, like we do what we call whips. I guess I could show a whip. Let's do a whip. So a whip is basically when you help your teammate out by whipping her around. And in a bout, if I had skates on and I was skating, that would stop me and give her my momentum so that she could whip around and beat the other jammer. Because that's really what it's all about. You want to beat the other jammer and score more points than her, and then look behind you and show them calling off the jam. That's what I wanted to have you show them. This is how you call off the jam. So the referees are looking at you and you're like, I'm calling off the jam.
Sometimes you do the turtle call, you're on your back, someone knocks you over.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Yeah. But when basically, once the referees see that, they blow 4 whistles, and the other team, well actually our team as well, but until the 4th whistle is blown, you can still score points. So she's calling it, and the other jammers in the pack of girls and passes 3 more girls before that 4th whistle, she got those 3 points. So a lot of derby is strategy. You have to strategize against the plays the other teams are pulling. You have to strategize constantly throughout the bout. And jammers do a lot of that because they have to pay attention to where the other jammer is, where they are, how they're feeling, how their stamina is, because sometimes you just really have to call it and get off the floor. I mean, our bouts are normally 2 30-minute periods with a 10-minute half. And the jams, I can't really relate it to any of them, but the 2-minute jam, we basically do as many 2-minute jams in that 30-minute period as we can. Because sometimes they get called off in a minute or a minute and a half. But it's a lot of work. You will see girls out there just sweating and pouring water on themselves, and then they still have to go out there and do it for another 30 minutes. But in order to perform well, I guess, we do practice quite a bit. We have 8 hours of scheduled skating practice every week, 3 days every week, where we skate. And then pretty much everyone on the team also cross-trains outside of that, whether it be outdoor skating or trail skating or working out at the gym or running. We're in pretty good shape. But it's just, for me personally, it totally changed my life. I didn't work out. Who likes to work out? Nobody, some people may, but I wasn't one of those people. But if you can work out by skating and have fun while you're doing it, it's one of the most rewarding experiences. I feel like I can kick butt now, and the feeling I've got from most of the league is that joining roller derby really enhances your self-esteem and your confidence. And even when you have a horrible hit and someone knocks you flying and you're like, oh my arm, or oh my leg, they help you back up and they're like, that was an awesome hit. And it's very much a sense of sisterhood, I guess. Not to sound too feminist, because we're not all feminists. And in regards to the rules of the bout, I'm really not going to tell you too much because the WFTDA has a 40-page rule book, and we have to know all the rules, plus a 6-page supplemental to the rule book with derby referee hand signals that we have to learn. And in addition to learning the rules, learning the hand signals, and practicing, basically, we're paying to do this. This is a totally amateur sport. We all pay dues. We buy all of our own gear and equipment. We pay to travel places. It's something that once you get started with it and you fall in love with it, you're like, sure, I can shell out my extra $40 this week for dues. I want to skate with these ladies. I want to spend time with my new family and my new friends. And basically, I kind of want to leave you guys with the sense that modern roller derby, the roller derby that we play, is nothing like anything that you have seen before. We are athletes, we practice, we train, and we try really hard not only to put on a good bout for our fans, but to grow as people, to grow in our own strengths, and to be able to give our talents by volunteering or by skating with the league. And that's really all that I have.